What up, my friends? Was it day 216 today of 2024? Had a pretty good day yesterday. It was a little slow at work. I mean, I made, enough for the day, right? I mean, if I split it all up, time being, I was there, it was like $18 an hour. But I only really worked for I was there for a while, but I only worked for like an hour and a half out of the 5 hours I was there. I was doing other stuff, but I was only cutting for that, which is fine. And, but anyway, at the end of the day, I got this homeless guy who I befriended several years ago, Virik Kiev, and he's a Cambodian refugee from the killing fields back in the day. I get he gets his disability check shipped to my shop, so he's always there on the first or whatever, so I go cash his check, blah, 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 So we're waiting for the postman, and it's like, they've changed postmen, postal workers, 2 times, and then the main woman, anyway, so it was late, and who comes walking in the door is my boy fucking Alex, right? I met him in Harvard Square. I was in 9th grade. He was in 8th grade, right? And we were all grown up. Yeah, it was like 84, I think, maybe 85. I don't know, somewhere in there. Anyhow, he came in and gave him a haircut. We talked. It was a great. It was fun, an unexpected visit, which was awesome. It was a nice surprise. And we were talking about a lot of stuff, and then I was able to. I've been storing a bunch of my buddy Kiev, his stuff at my shop because he lives on a sidewalk. But he had some court case that he had to go to for trespassing or something, and they put I don't know if it's a social worker, but an attorney, I don't know, maybe they're kind of in. It's anyway. So they put someone in charge of his case, I guess, right? Maybe it's a caseworker, social worker. I don't know. He calls it his lawyer, right? But lawyers get paid, and they don't really help you do things that much other than fight your case. But I think the courts put him, in some kind of advocacy program, and he has a little motel room at the Keene Inn, which is, it's rough, right? But it's better than the fucking sidewalk, right? And I noticed when he came in yesterday, he didn't stink up the room, and I'm like, hey man, you been taking showers? He's like, yeah, every day I got a room. He's like, I got it for 2 more weeks. And I'm like, oh, all right, how long you been there for? He's like, about a week. So I'm like, all right. He's like, can you help me bring my stuff over there? I said, yeah, of course. And I got 9 bags of his and a bunch of random stuff. So I started, so I loaded everything up with him and drove him to his room. And he's like, come in, check out my room. And I was like, oh man, because I seen where he stays outside, and it's usually a mess. And I'm like, dude, you got to clean this up, man. That's why people get mad and try to, run you out and stuff. And his room was rough. I walked in. I mean, you could tell someone had been smoking in there for decades, and it was just whoo, I don't smoke anymore, and it's wow, cigarettes and but and it was a disaster. And I'm like, I had all this new clothes for him that a client of mine donated. He's in a halfway house, and a bunch of the clients there, a bunch of the residents there donated a bunch of good clothes for him and stuff, nice stuff, clean. And I'm like, look, dude, put this stuff over there on the shelf, and then as you take them down, put the dirty stuff in this big ass bag. And he's going through one ear out the other. But I was happy for him that he had a place, and he had his little stereo set up, and he was able to listen to music and stuff. And he's like, hey, you hungry? And I'm like, no, I'm all set. And it was a good day though, it was good to have him there. And he said that the advocate wants to meet with me or something, or talk to me. And I'm like, here's my number, my name, everything. I said, give it to them. It'd be a pleasure to talk to them and see what the next steps are for this gentleman, And, the advocacy group, I don't know what organization it is. I guess she's a student, a graduate student or something. Says she's really nice and really helpful, and she's going to help him get an ID, bank account, a bunch of stuff that I really didn't know how to do. I was trying, we're calling you know, his city where he first moved in America, you know, when he was adopted and brought over as a refugee. And, you know, I'm trying to find his IDs. They're sending me to Irvine, California, and then Minnesota, and back to California, and then out here, and then Louisiana. And it was just like boom, 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 you know, and you get him on the housing list, but then he denied the housing because they had all these rules and regulations for him. And he's not, you know, he's not like a drinker or a drug user, but, you know, he doesn't want to abide by any rules. You know, he lives on the street. But anyway, it was an all-around great day. You know, it was nice talking to Alex. And, you know, it's day 2. No social media. I did make a couple of mistakes where I went on and I like liked something when I was posting my video. But, you know, it's a hard one to just, you know, cold turkey. I'm trying. I'm getting there. You know, today will be another day. But you know, I felt really great. It was a really good day. You know, I got some stuff accomplished at the shop, and, you know, it was good to meet with my friend and then my homeless buddy. Like, it was good to go see his room and see what he's doing. And, you know, he was in high spirits and able to shower. And, you know, it was a good day, man. You know, I'm content. I see a lot of people, you know, and they think they need to be happy all the time. And you can see in their face, they're just not happy. You know, they're very unhappy. And you know, because happiness is a fleeting feeling, right? They need the feeling of contentment. You know, you can see they're unhealthy. They're you know, they just don't look good. You know, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You know, I was bankrupt. You know, I didn't have it in me to do this stuff. Or so I thought. I actually did. And when I started doing it, I realized there's nothing I can't do. You know, depending on what I want to do, there's nothing I can't get accomplished. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace. Have a great day. 216.